if you paid attention to the recent Lake Fork event, one thing you noticed was there were some guys throwing these bigger fluke style baits on their jig heads instead of the traditional normal size, guys. And we're about to get into what I think is one of the hottest trends is going to be in the upcoming years, this year, maybe even next year. But it's something that these guys have been doing, including myself, for the previous 6 months to a year, guys. Welcome to the Fishing Coach YouTube channel. Jimmy Eastland, go by Coach E. And guys, I just got done with the on the water lesson where we caught fish here at Lake Ouachita with a big minnow. It was this one right here. It's the 6.5-inch winged fluke by Zoom. And guys, that's something I just want to talk about. Just kind of go over the gear, talk about different minnows. Because this one, for instance, if you've seen them guys throw depth Sakamata shad, and they're all throwing it. If they got Strike King on their jersey, like Dakota, E-Bear, you know, that first day, I mean, like I said, I like Dakota guys, like I'm a fan. But like he's up there, and you see him opening his box, there are depths, Sakamata shads in there. These guys that are really good know about this. And this is hard to get. It's hard to get. And it's hard to get because it catches fish. And this is the 7-inch one. This is on a core tackle, heavy duty hover rig hook, and something I was testing with. I actually talked about this in a video maybe 2 or 3 months ago, maybe last year, okay? But this one's hard to get. So we're going to talk about other ones like the Zoom's coming out with their wing fluke. That's a little knockoff of this. They're different, but this catches fish. And then some other ones we have here on the deal as well. But something with me, guys, if you've been on the on water lessons with me, you've seen me talk about this, and something I'm like, hey, we're going to keep it quiet, but it's starting to start coming out. So on my channel, I like to teach, like to educate, and then guys, you can take it and go do what you want with it. I'm going to have some on the water footage here afterwards. I didn't film during my lesson today, and they ate, and I just didn't. I mean, they ate, so now I'm out here, and they're not eating as well, but I've caught some with it. So the minnow, as you guys know, traditionally is a smaller one, right? And when you think of smaller, you think of 3, 4 inch, and then sometimes even 5 inch. Some people say 5 is a big one, and to me, it's really not. I think big is 6, 7 to 8. And when we talk about 8s, there's this 8-inch depth Sakamata shad. That's something I was throwing guys like 3, 4 years ago. When Johnny Schultz with Fish the Moment, he was telling me to get on this. He's like, figure out the big minnow deal. I was catching with a flutter spoon, and I really thought that I could, and I just didn't have confidence with it yet. I didn't really know what I was doing with it, but I tried at least. And now we have confidence with it. We know more about it, and it's been something we've been doing. I've had guys out here at Ouachita in the winter. We've caught them with the 6.5-inch out here even in the winter. Other trips, when I've gone to Texas for my lessons, we've thrown these 7s. And so guys, like this guy here, what I'm going to go through is the gear first. When you think of your traditional jig heads, you hear 1/8, 3/16, quarter, and you're still going to use those sizes, okay? I like an 1/8 right now, and I'm almost going to start trying a little lighter than an 1/8 too, but 1/8 seems like with these guys, here's the one today. The 1/8 with these guys are the ones that seems like for me gives the best action, keeps it higher in the water. Now this winter, we are even throwing 1/2 ounce at times on some of these and catching them because they're so deep, okay? Like I said, that's happened. Now, this is not a traditional jig head as you see. This is the core tackle strut head. Okay, this is on a 6.5-inch wing fluke. This is an 1/8 3/0. Then here I have a 3/16 5/0 package. I'm gonna throw the 5/0 on those 7s and 8-inch ones, okay? Now, one thing with this, guys, is will this work on my lake? That's something for you to test. It's not something you every day are gonna go out and do, okay? And I say that as, and I don't know why I just thought about this. I was talking about the jig heads to that. My lake, for instance, they've been eating the smaller minnow. Here's a smaller wing fluke. You know, I like the smaller wing fluke. Today, early on, they just weren't eating as well. And I was like, man, I'm going to throw, look at these before and after shots on these bathrooms. Would you not like one of these to be yours, guys? If you're located in the Little Rock Hot Springs area, give Bath Planet of Arkansas a call. Chris and his team are blue-collar, hard-working people, and they're going to make the experience easy for you on your remodel project, guys. I know for me, I don't know much about bathrooms, and so I want to go with somebody I trust and someone I want to go through the process smooth and easy and be upfront. If you're interested in a remodel and want a quote today, call them at the Little Rock or Hot Springs location. Let them know the Fishing Coach sent you. And guys, appreciate you. Let's get back to the video. Something bigger at them and just see. And they ate it today. And that was one thing you got to go through when you're doing this is, if they're eating the little one, throw the little one. The big one might get one bigger bite or two, but if they're eating the little one, throw the little one. If they're not eating it, this right here might entice them and they might want more. We might be going that transition here, or this morning they were just feeding. They wanted bigger meals. Your TVA lakes, they like the big one from what I've heard. Texas, of course, they are. But as you go further north, depending on your parts of the country, it's going to be something you're going to have to test. And it might be timely. Might be to where it's a big fish deal, or it might just be like that day, or let's say there's a shad spawn going on and you're around gizzards, or, you know, depending on your lake, okay? Now, you always don't got to throw shad either. You can throw brim colors. We've done that here, is throwing green pumpkins, those different types of colors, because this lake has a lot of crawfish and brim, just to give them different ones. So, back to the jig head, I like the 8th, okay? I like the 8th with it. And like I said, now I'm loop knotting it with this strut head. I know we've talked about you don't got to, and we've kind of been doing some testing. I went back to the loop knot. It seems like my last couple of trips of loop knot, I'm catching more fish with the strut head than what I normally do. When we've normally been tying it, if that thing moves, it doesn't work as right. We've kind of found out. So we're trying to get that figured out. The core tackle team is, but I'm doing a loop knot with it right now. And so like for me, I think on my lakes, a 6.5 inch is perfect size. Now that's 7. If we can get more of these in, yeah, and I got a few of them. If you guys want to try to buy some off me, let me know. I'm just kidding. I ain't throwing them right now, though. Just true talk. Rods, though, guys, and let's talk about, so we have the Zoom Wing Fluke before we go to rods. Another one that I like is this one. It's the Bass Tricks Dur Tricks Minnow. This is the 7-inch fluke style minnow, and this one I've caught some fish with. This bait lasts, by the way. I got the one that's open in my box. I probably should have had this one out and ready for you guys. I'll go ahead and get a little video recording clip showing you all of it, because I ain't gonna open that box right now. Another one, here's one I have on too right now. This is a 7-inch minnow. This is the Z-Man jerk shad, okay? It's the Elastec material, all right? This is in the minnow color. What's this minnow color called? The smoky shad. Yeah, the old smoky shad. So they call it smoky shad too. And I have it on the 8th strut head as well. Now, one thing about this, one thing I've noticed, you know, I'm trying to figure out, it does more of the rolling with it, and not more of the rocking with it. I mean, that thing's rolling around. I lost some fish on this earlier. Like I said, this afternoon, they're not biting as good. So that right there are 2 different companies, guys, that y'all can find that's availability, that y'all can give a different shot with, okay? Like, I know I have some spunk shads here, those bigger spunk shads I'm going to be testing as well. But like I said, I know some of those lures have been hard to find. Probably the Wing Fluke might be hard to find soon. But those are some other ones I've caught fish with. Now, let's talk about the rod. Today, on this 6.5 inch one, I was doing fine with my NGX 7.1 medium light. Now, I have a big minnow rod, and somehow it's not in this boat. It's not in my truck. It's at the house. But I was in a client's boat this morning, but I went to here. I didn't have it, but it's a level Rake medium fast, okay? Now, here's a level Rake medium light, okay? But I'm like I said, they have a medium that's 7 foot. I really like that for that big minnow. But today, the 6.5 was perfectly fine with this one right here, guys. So on my fluorocarbon, I'm using a 12-pound leader, 8-pound braid and 15-pound braids with all my rods right now. Some of them have 8, some of them have 15. This one here looks like it has the 15 that I caught them on this morning. I'm using a long leader. Now, if you guys watch Vegeta, them dudes at Fork, yeah, they're using some 30-pound braid, 15 fluoro leader at times. Like, they're using different stuff because those fish are different than my fish at Ouachita, and where your fish probably are, depending where you're at as well. Like Table Rock, probably need to go light and like a lighter line, because that place is clean. Okay, like I like Table Rock. But yeah, guys, so let me know if this helps you guys out. Just an introduction to the big minnow. We'll have some footage on this on the channel for you guys soon. And now let's go get in the on-water action and then the faith. How's I was not recording that? How about that? I was not recording. Oh, I need to do my minnow off. I got a largemouth. That's the first time I got the dang that recorded, but I did get this recorded on the strut head. Not a big largemouth, but he ate that 6.5 inch bait. So 6.5 inch bait. This is the 1/8 3/0 strut head. I'm loop knotting it, and on the big minnow. No way. No way that just happened. That's a head shaker. You ate it. Get the boat, pretty one. Just spread them all out. We got one to bite. We got one to bite. Gosh, this afternoon period, it's not been easy. All right, babe, let them know. Let them know. We're gonna try to keep catching y'all, okay? How frustrating is that? What's up, guys? Welcome to the Faith Juice part of the episode where I share kind of motivation talk, a devotion, scripture. And today we're going to share something I read this morning. It's morning time right now. My kiddos are at the grandparents'. Woke up early, got some editing done. We're about to take a big family trip. We're going to pick them up and do a little family trip for the weekend before baby 3 comes. So, guys, I'm gonna read this little quote right here, and then read the scripture and get into it. Lately, I've been kind of talking from my heart, but here we're kind of get back to some stuff here. So, our life pursuits will reflect our character and personal integrity. Okay, here's one from Hosea 10:12. Sow righteousness for yourself and reap faithful love. Break up your untilled ground. It is time to seek the Lord until he comes and sends righteousness on you like the rain. And then we have one in Psalm 119:33. Teach me, O Lord, the ways of your statutes, and I shall keep it to the end. And then a quote right here, one more quote. Having values keeps a person focused on the important things. Okay, so right here, you kind of see a big theme. We have distractions in the world we live in. And where are your values at? What are your main core values? And that's just one to ask you. And it's easy to get distracted. And I know for me, on distraction, it's the kids right now, okay? And I have everything else going on. Like, the business. I have my next kind of opportunity that with what's going to be at the FCA Outdoors. There's distractions. And I say the kids because before kids, I was married, guys, 7 years before kids, and that was like easy. Like, it was easy. But now with the kiddos, which are a blessing, I'm not just saying like I don't regret it. Like, it's a blessing, and we have another one coming. It's gonna be awesome. But like you gotta stay focused on what your core values are. And for me and my wife, our core values, which is our relationship with Christ, and then our marriage, and then teaching the kids. Then it's them. And sometimes as people we put kids first. But me and the wife got to remember us, but before us, it's our relationship. It's our walk. And the kids see that. And that's how I believe it's meant to be. When you can't forget your foundation and so your values. And then besides all that, then you gotta like find a way to provide support. And there's just so much going on. And keeping them happy, So anyway, stay on your values. Do you have good core values? And appreciate it, guys. And we're about to get this done up on a video. And then, guys, we will see you on the next one.